Hi student, welcome to my online class. Today we discuss class 9 chemistry, is matter around a sphere. Last class also we have discussed some important topic of these chapters because we are continue our revision. Okay, so today is the fourth part of this revision classes. Last class we have discussed some important topic like what is pure substance and what are mixer and elements, compounds, different types of mixers, and some separation technique. How can we separate the component of mixers from their different sample, and different technique we are use and separate the component of mixers, and what are the physical and chemical change also we are discuss. So now we are discuss some important in-text and exercise questions which are most important for your exams. Okay, this is the short type questions. Okay, and this is a very important questions. Okay, so we are start now. The first questions is classify the following as chemical or physical change. Okay, this is the some questions are given and we have to classify these ones, either it is a physical change or chemical change. So what is physical change and chemical change? So physical change is a change in which no new substance will be formed and it is a reversible change. Okay, there will be no change in their chemical properties of the substances. Okay, this is the physical change. And the chemical change is the change in which completely new substance will be formed with new properties, and it is a irreversible change. Okay, here chemical change, a completely new substance will be formed, then it is a chemical change. Okay, the first question is cutting of tree. Okay, what are the questions? Cutting of tree. That time we cut a tree, then what happened? There only change in their structurally, okay, only change in their physically, but no change in their chemicals. But growing up a tree is a chemical change, but the cutting of a tree is a what are physical change. Okay, it is a what are physical change. The second questions are melting of butter in pan. The melting of butter in a pan is also a physical change. That time we are melt butter, there will be no change in their chemical properties. That's why it is also a physical change. Okay, so the third one, roasting of almira. The almira are made up of mainly the metals, that is the mostly irons, and there are the roast then change into their oxides. So this is a completely new substance will be formed, their oxides are formed, that's why it is a chemical change. So the roasting of iron is a chemical change. Then the next question is boiling of water to form steam. Okay, boiling of water, when waters are boiled, then they are changed into vapor, or this is called steam. Okay, so that's why the water, their chemical properties are not lost, that's why it is a physical change. Next questions are dissolving NaCl in water. NaCl is the water, the common salt these are used, okay, as a food. This NaCl we are dissolved in water, then the NaCl properties are do not lost. Okay, only they are dissolved with water because the NaCls are soluble with waters. That's why it is also a physical change. Okay, next questions are making fruit salad with raw fruits. Making fruit salads with raw fruits. That time we are make salads, we cut the various food items like onions, okay, tomatoes and carrot, all these things we are cut and make salads. So that time we are making salad, only the physically will be changed, we are not changed in their chemical properties of the fruits. That's why it is also a what are physical change. Next, the questions are burning of paper burning of paper, wood, anything we have to burn, then water we get heat energy and light energy we have form. So that is the completely changes. Okay, that's why it is a chemical change. Completely new substance will be formed when anything we have to burn, like paper, wood. Okay, all these combustible substance we have to burn, then this one are chemical changes. Okay, so this is the some questions we have to come identify it is a physical sense or chemical sense, or many questions or examples is there. Okay, like the time the water evaporation occur, this is also a physical sense because the water are evaporated. Okay, so the next second type of questions, it is based on the some separation techniques. Okay, last class also we had discussed, because many times or repeatedly we had discussed this one, because most of the questions are come from this topic, from this separation techniques. Okay, the first questions are iron pin form sand. Okay, it is a mixture of iron pin and sand. Iron pin is a magnetic substance, that's why we have to separate this one by the process of magnetic separation. Which one? Magnetic separation. Okay, magnetic separation process, we have to separate iron pin from sand. We are nearer to the magnets, then the iron pin are attract towards magnets, and the sand are we have to separate. Next, the tea leaves form tea. That time we are prepared tea, the tea leaves we have to separate or filter it, and this process is known as what? Filtration. In filtration process, we have to filtrate the tea leaf from tea. Next questions are butter from curd. Butter from curd. These techniques are the most important techniques. The butter are the lighter ones. That's why we have to separate by the process of centrifugation. Which process are we have to separate? Centrifugation. Okay, what are centrifugation? We already discuss centrifugation process. The lighter particles we have to separate from this component. Next one, fine mud particles suspended in waters. Fine mud particles. The fine mud particles, that time they are the deposited the bottom of this container. Then we use water by the process of water loading and decantation. Okay, decantation, or the time the fine particles or mods, okay, we have to separate by the process of loading and decantation. Okay, loading, loading, loading. Next questions, different pigment form an extract of flower petals. Okay, different color pigment. Color pigment means one techniques we are discussed already, that is the chromatographic techniques. Okay, in chromatographic process, what are we have to separate the different color pigment from their sample. Okay, and the next questions are sodium chlorides form its solution in water. Sodium chlorides and its solutions we have to separate by the process of evaporation. Okay, we are heated the solutions, then the water are evaporates, and finally we get water NaCl. By the process of evaporation we get the or separate the sodium chloride. Next, the questions are ammonium chloride form a mixture of sodium chlorides and ammonium chlorides. Okay, we are already discussed that ammonium chloride is a sublimentary substance, and the sublimentary substance from in sublimentary substance we have to separate by the process of sublimation. Which process? Sublimation. In sublimation process we have to separate ammonium chlorides from NaCl. Or like in place of ammonium chloride, we are the mixture of Chem4 also we have to separate, or naphthalene ball, because these are the supplementary substances. So these are the some short type questions or very important questions which are the mostly come in exam. This one, which one are the elements, which one are the compound, and which one are the mixers, the most important. Okay, first one, elements is the water is a pure substance, and compound is the mixture of two or more elements in a definite ratio is called compounds, and the mixers is the combination of two or more pure substance, then it is a mixers. So the first one, sodium is an element. What are this one? It is an element. Iron, this is also an elements. Okay, next, sodium chloride solution. Here what are sodium chloride, that is the NaCl plus water H2O. So it is a water mixer. Okay, sodium chlorides and waters are mixed in sodium chloride solution, so it is a mixers. Next, calcium oxide. What are the formula of calcium oxide? That is the CaO. Here calcium and oxygen, two elements are present, that's why it is a water compound. Next are the copper sulfate formula, what are CuSO4. Here copper, sulfur and oxygen, three elements are present, and this is present in a definite ratio, that's why it is a water compound. Okay, next, coal. In coal, what are they? Are the mixtures of carbons and some other particles, that's why it is also a mixers. Coal is a mixer. Next, soap is also a water mixers, because in soap they are mixed some many substance like some cleaning action compounds, that why it is a mixer. Soap, here sodium and salt of fatty acids, the soap are made up of by sodium, salt of fatty acids, and other some chemicals are also present, some flavoring chemicals are also present due to their fragrance, that why the soap is a water mixers. Next are the air. In air, what are many gases are present, that why it is also a mixers. In air, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and some dust particle are also present, that why it is also a mixers. Next are the blood is also a mixers, because in blood many different nutrient, minerals, and some microorganisms are present, that why it is also a mixers. Next are the methanes. What are the formula of methanes? Methane formula are, that is the CH4. Here carbon and hydrogen are present in a definite ratio, that why the methane is a water compound. Okay, so methane is a compound. So this are the some example of elements, compound, and mixers. So question will come, identify which one are the elements, compound, and mixers. So this is the some most important questions we are discussed. I think all of you are understand these ones, and any doubt you have to comment me, okay, or contact with me. Thank you.